Welcome to the Good Place Marionville podcast, dedicated to highlighting the good right here in Marionville. Mutual support is important in a good community, and this week lots of mutual support was shown here in Marionville. If you were in town on Monday afternoon, you knew that something big was burning. And the very sad news is that the Anderson-Harter family lost their home and their possessions on Monday. I can't even imagine all of the feelings and emotions that come with such devastation. And I encourage everyone to get involved and to help them to rebuild. There are many opportunities that are bubbling to the surface that will help us to do that. And we're going to talk about that a little bit in the show today. But today, I really want to talk about the good that was seen and is continuing to be seen this week right here in Marionville. Before the fire was even extinguished, people were texting, posting, and showing up to find out how they could help. From supplying water, ice, popsicles, Gatorade, and food for the firefighters and first responders, to offering meals, shelter, clothing, and personal care products to the family, everyone wanted to help. That is our human nature. We see a need and we try to fill it. And that is really good news. When the world is so crazy and people are hurting, it's beautiful to see the community that still rallies around the brokenhearted and gives from their abundance or even from their little. We want to sacrifice to help others. So I encourage you to keep that up. Keep showing up, keep loving and doing good. Life is too short to do otherwise. So to Crystal and her family, our prayers are with you, and we are all here to help and support. There are several ways for everyone to do that, and there is from a GoFundMe page to the Bank of Billings having an account and taking drop-off items right at the bank, to a bake sale happening tomorrow, and so much more to come, I am sure. So everyone stay aware, and let's continue to rally around this family here in town. While we're talking about the Bank of Billings, I want to thank them for being a sponsor of this podcast. Big banks count numbers. At the Bank of Billings, they count neighbors and are proud to serve the people, the family, and the businesses that make our community strong. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. This episode is also sponsored by visitmarionville.com, a curated website for businesses, activities, and organizations in Marionville for residents and visitors to easily find information in one place to fill a need or find a connection. So go to visitmarionville.com today and sign up for the new newsletter. You can find that at visitmarionville.com/email. All right, I have received a lot of news this week, and so I am just going to work on getting through, sharing it with you. There is a lot happening, especially this weekend, but it's all good news. So let's start with somebody reported that in May, it was approved for dogs to be allowed at the park. I don't know all the details on how the restrictions and things like that. So make sure that you as a dog owner are aware of what is allowed at the park and abide by the rules. The Bank of Billings announced that they have moved their loan operations team into the old bank building at 511 South Chestnut. Now, they want to be clear, the loan officers are not working there. It is the loan operations team. So it's not a branch. It's where just more staff can be located. The officers and the rest of the staff are still in the new Marionville facility, as well as the Billings branch, ready to assist all the customers. They're very excited about their growth and being able to utilize that old bank facility. The Bank of Billings also announced that they applied for an FHLB Member Impact Fund grant for both the City of Marionville and the City of Billings. The bank pledged to donate $2,500 to each city if the grant was approved, and FHLB matched 3 times that amount, so each city received a check for $10,000. How incredibly fantastic is that? Thank you, Bank of Billings, for all your hard work to make that happen. So the Marionville Friends of the Library is having their book sale this Friday and Saturday. Book prices range from 10 cents to $2, and the hours are Friday from 11 to 7 and Saturday from 9 to 2. So all you book lovers, this is a great time to get over to the library and get some books for yourself and support the Friends of the Library at the same time. I wanted to highlight the election results. These are the unofficial results from the Lawrence County website, but key notes to that I want to highlight are the amendments. And you can look at your party results on the website as well for Lawrence County. But the amendments, number 1 and 2, both received a majority yes vote. And amendments 4 and 5 both received a majority no. And I think it's very interesting, just the dynamics around all of those amendments. So let's stay aware, pay attention, and I just really, as I look at these amendments and how they passed, realize how confusing sometimes they are, and that we need to do our work ahead of time to really understand what we're voting for. But thank you to everyone who showed up and voted and let your opinion be known. Applefest has some news. The t-shirt pre-orders are due on Saturday, the 25th. So I will put the website link in the show notes for you. So you can go to the website and pre-order your t-shirt in the color, the size, the V-neck, the crew neck, whatever you want. There's a lot of options there. So be sure to get that done and you can be ready to wear it at Applefest. There's also a lot of other news happening, and that's all on that website as well. So be sure to check it out and start to make your plans. And I know everybody, after this hot week of weather, we're hoping that Applefest this year is a little cooler, but it'll be great either way, no matter what happens. In other news, this Thursday, which is tomorrow, because I'm doing this on Wednesday, remember to go to Alice Irene's to the farmers market from 3 to 7. This is a great time to hopefully we'll have good weather. Last week it got windy and people had to leave and didn't set up. And I know they've had some rough weeks as far as weather at the farmers market. So I encourage you to go and show up and buy their goods and enjoy what they have to offer. I know the Firefighters Auxiliary is selling raffle tickets there. I believe it's for a smoker, and that will go through Applefest, but you can start getting raffle tickets now. And there's other things happening with the fire department I'll talk about in just a minute. So the Board of Alderman meeting is Thursday night at 6:30 at the fire station with a special public hearing for property tax rates at 6:15. So I encourage you to get there early and hear what has to be said. And this is an important way to show up for the community, to be involved and hear firsthand the business of our town and the decisions that are being made. So a lot of times people don't know what's really going on, and the Alderman meeting is a great time, even if it's just once a month, to go and show up and hear what is making our community go, and all the business that goes on behind it. So I hope to see you there. Friday, the Bank of Billings is having a bake sale to benefit the Anderson-Harter family, and that is from 9 to 5 in the bank lobby. You can bring baked goods, you can buy baked goods, you can plan your desserts this weekend by going and picking up some extra things. And this is just a great way for the community to get involved. Sometimes we just don't even know where to start, and this is a great place to start. And so I know we will plan on picking up some things there on Friday and being able to support in that way. Friday and Saturday, the Pickleball Warehouse has got a lot going on. There may be some limited spots left for the Saturday boot camp that's happening there. I do want to remind you that a lot of these calendar items can be found on the visitmarionville.com website calendar page if you lose track of it, and I'll put that link in the show notes. Also this weekend, B's and G's Dairy Crest is having their cruise-in at the Crest. And that is from 2 to 4 on Saturday. And that is a car show, car cruise-in. Wonderful time to go get some ice cream or a burger and see some great cars. And then Tuesday, eat local, support local heroes. Tuesday, August 18th, just next week, from 4:30 to 7:30 at Alice Irene's. The Fire Auxiliary is hosting a buffet dinner, and this is to help benefit the Marionville Firefighters Auxiliary to help them fund the purchasing of new portable radios for the firefighters. So this is a great time to get an evening meal at Alice Irene's. I know everybody looks forward to that opportunity when you get it. You can plan ahead. You don't have to cook Tuesday night. You can support the firefighters. You know, they've done so much for our community this week. This is just one of many ways that we can support them and give back and thank them as well. So you can go to visitmarionville.com, the community calendar, find out all of this information and the upcoming events. It's pretty exciting to look at all that's happening. New Life Fellowship is coming. This is news from the Ozark Manor. On Sunday at 2 o'clock, there's going to be a praise and worship time for the residents and families in the Health Center activity room. And anyone is welcome to come if they want to join in that time of fellowship. And the Manor also said they have karaoke every Wednesday night at 6:30, and they would love for the public to come and be involved and join the residents in singing their favorite karaoke songs. And I will put the phone number in there for the activity director. If you have any questions, or you want to get involved, you want to bring a group, you want to do something with the Manor, this is a great way to get involved there and to really have a lot of fun at the same time. Want to remind you that the Manor thrift store is open every Thursday. So tomorrow, busy day, from 9 to noon and from 1 to 3 on the corner of College and Lion. And for those of you that may not know, we've talked about this before, but the thrift store is run by Manor residents, and all of the proceeds from the sale go to an employee Christmas fund, allowing the Manor residents to bless the staff with a Christmas bonus that's so helpful during the holiday season. And the Manor thrift store is also a great place to go shopping and to make donations. So you are welcome to do that. In fact, they love that, how they need to get the customers and they, things that they can turn around and sell for people so that they can raise that money and have that vital opportunity right here in town. So without donations, there's nothing new to sell. So if you have some things that you want to donate, some of the things they list are dishes or knickknacks, pictures, small appliances. You can either drop them off on Thursdays when the thrift store is open, or call the Manor, and I'll put that phone number in the show notes so you can arrange a time for that to be dropped off. So go to the thrift store, do some shopping. They have they do a great job of posting things on Facebook to kind of give you an idea of what is for sale, and enjoy that opportunity to shop and bring your donations. So it can be a cycle. Looking ahead, some good news is the Lions Club, which is actually meeting right now because they meet twice a month on Wednesdays during lunch. And you are welcome to join them. Come to one of their lunches, check it out for yourself, get involved. This is the only civic organization in Marionville, and they have quite a long legacy. But on September 12th is their annual golf tournament, and there are spots open for up to 18 foursomes that will play golf that day. Aaron Head at the Bank of Billings is your contact for that. And you can also sponsor something for the tournament. There's $200 for a sign on a green or a tee box, and that includes advertising on the annual Lions White Squirrel calendar. If you've seen those calendars, you know they're beautiful, they're done really well, and that's also something that they use as a fundraiser so that they can be generous with our community and help support the needs, whether it's eye care needs or other needs here in the community. The Lions Club does a lot behind the scenes, and we're so grateful for them. They've been recently getting food in the food pantry over at City Hall, and boy, has that food pantry been busy. People have been taking advantage of being able to have food for their family, for their kids, whatever their needs might be. If you have something, give it. If you need something, take it. It's a great way to give back in a kind of private way and help other people out. I heard somebody do a food raiser where they just said one extra. When you're at the store, just buy one extra and go put it in the food pantry. What a simple way. But I encourage you to actually do more than that if you are able, as we have a lot of people, especially heading back into school, that could really use that extra help right now. It is really looking to be a fun weekend here in Marionville. And this next week, we've got the dinner at Alice Irene's on Tuesday night for the fire auxiliary. And I know we have family in town. We are planning to take advantage of many things: the bake sale, the book sale, the cruise in. I'm glad to see that the saloon, Mulberry Tree Saloon, is back open. And they're a great place to visit this weekend as well. Today, I just want to, I wanted to also mention how amazing it is. Not only did the community to come together this week to help support a crisis and an ongoing crisis for this family, but also the first responders from so many towns that came and showed up. This is what they practice for. This is what they rehearse for. It's amazing when we had the practice fire on Odell earlier this year, there were stations from all over, in fact, other states that came for this practice because it's so valuable for them to be trained so that when a crisis happens, they are ready and they know what to do. If you would like to be involved and be a volunteer firefighter here in Marionville, I know that they are always thankful for extra hands, extra people to learn the skills, to be prepared so that when a crisis happens, there are people ready to help. And I'm just grateful for the Fire Auxiliary for their part in raising funds to help get the resources that our department needs to take them into the next level of equipment and care and things like that. So get involved. There are ways for you to be able to help, whether you can do it physically, financially, support by doing the different things that they have going on, and encourage them when you see them, because that is all good news. Today, I want to encourage each one of you to take a moment to do something good. Reach out to a neighbor, call a friend, visit a local business, bake some cupcakes for the bake sale, make a donation, buy fruit and veggies from a local stand, visit the orchard, make a good comment on Facebook, and live your life loving your neighbor. Thank you to the Bank of Billings and Visit Marionville for sponsoring today's podcast. You can become a sponsor or report good news by emailing us at goodplacemarionville@hotmail.com. Share this podcast with a friend, and remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified when each episode releases. Thank you for joining us for the Good Place Marionville podcast. Keep your eyes out for the good, and together we can celebrate Marionville.